Monday, September 3rd, 11:30 a.m. Mountain Time, 2018. Guys, we're here at the National Hurricane Center. They're showing us two Atlantic tropical cyclones, Gordon, which has something in common with Katrina, Florence, which will become a hurricane in a day or two, but remain in the mid-Atlantic its entire lifespan, so should never come close to land. The yellow X is a tropical wave that will become a tropical storm, possibly a hurricane entering the Caribbean in about a week. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. That one could become a major hurricane. But first, Gordon. And what does it have similar with Katrina? I'll show you. This is the path of Hurricane Katrina. And as you can see, Katrina and Gordon have the same starting location. However, Gordon is projected to go more straight. I'll show you its path. This is according to the National Hurricane Center, more of a west-northwest direction, as where Katrina formed in the same location, but drifted west and then took a north right-hand turn. So they are different in that regard with their path, but they are forming in the same exact location. Here's the thing, though, with Gordon. It's entering the Gulf of Mexico, just like Katrina did, and a lot of storms historically. That water is some of the warmest water on planet Earth. That's an ideal environment for the formation and strengthening of hurricanes. We had a hurricane over here in the East Pacific a couple of months ago, maybe 7 weeks ago, that rapidly intensified from a tropical storm to a Cat 4 hurricane in 24 hours, and it was Hurricane Aletta. Remember when Bud formed out there? The Pacific has been a hurricane machine this year, especially the East Pac. Hurricane Aletta reached Category 4 strength with peak winds of 140 miles per hour 24 hours after it was a tropical storm. So this is not unheard of. Gordon is entering these very warm waters. Aletta was over here where the waters aren't near as warm. These are probably 82, 83 degrees. These are 86 to 88. So it definitely has the potential to become a hurricane is what I'm saying. Here's a look at the radar, and you can see it's starting to get a definite tropical cyclone signature. There's already been a lot of rain in the Houston and the Houston metropolitan area fall today. This storm has the potential to bring more. Right now they're showing a New Orleans, southern Mississippi landfall tomorrow sometime because it's moving so fast. It's making a beeline towards the Gulf states. This is a look at the storm in the infrared at Tropical Tidbits, and you can see this thing has got some height to it. Here's the visible loop. You can see it's starting to rotate counterclockwise. And here's another look here, and you can see this storm has a lot of energy. Right there's the center of rotation, the same exact place that Hurricane Katrina formed. It will not be anything like Katrina. We don't ever want to see another Katrina again. But whenever a storm enters those very warm waters, we saw what Katrina did. They can become overachievers very, very quickly. Another thing that this storm has in its favor is the wind shear. Check this out. There's hardly any in its way. Look at that. The green is favorable. See the green with regard to wind shear? Let me take the convergence off. There's the green. And that's got the green light. So when this storm gets in those warm waters, it's capable of becoming a hurricane rather quickly. Will it? That remains to be seen. The next 6 hours are very important with regard to this hurricane. Plan for a major hurricane if you're in the Gulf states, or at least a low-end hurricane. Hopefully it will remain a tropical storm. But any time, and you guys are fully aware, that a tropical storm enters the Gulf of Mexico, it's capable of doing anything. So be ready. Those waters are very, very warm. And the wind shear, like I just showed you, which is always a factor with regard to hurricanes, that the red you can see is unfavorable. The green is favorable. And it's got, like I said, a lot of green, which is low wind shear. Plus the warm waters equals hurricane. It normally does. So the only thing is the 16 mile per hour forward motion could keep it from having enough time to become a hurricane. But as we saw earlier this year, Aletta became a Cat 4 in 24 hours. Hopefully that won't be the case here, but we're definitely keeping a close eye on hurricane, or at least tropical storm for now, Tropical Storm Gordon. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a super day and be safe out there.